Palma. Oh,
Oh,
pass. That's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
oh wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Maloria is open. 3-point.
Goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Celis. Caballero has time. Now it's Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
The 32-year-old Pasay Astrodome, a lot of history in this venue, and it's time now for our main game this Thursday. And these two squads dealing with adversity at the moment. Cebu for a different reason, obviously, and they will take on the Pasay Voyagers, who are trying to end their two-game losing skid, and they will try to end it here at home. It's the Cebu Classic taking on the Pasay Voyagers. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Ken Pangilinan with Coach Christian Luanzon, and at courtside we have Miss Gianna Lianes. You know, at one point, Coach Chris, naging dark horse itong Pasay with their big wins over Abra and Quezon, but they have fallen off the cliff in their last two games.
That's true, no, but I still think that this is a legit playoff team in spite of their shortcomings in the last two games, especially the last game, no, which I thought they had a chance to win that one, but you gotta give credit, to Pangasinan. That was in Nueva Ecija, right? Yeah, that Nueva Ecija wherein Pangasinan just played well. Pero they have a chance, against Cebu Classic, who is at the bottom of the standings but coming off a win.
And of course, you're watching us live on Facebook and YouTube, and currently on Solar Sports. We're also live every Mondays and Saturdays starting at 6 p.m. Ngayon, pag-usapan natin itong Cebu Classic. Despite being undermanned in their last game against Mindoro, they faced off against a team who was coming off winning three of their last four games, itong Mindoro. And the odds were stacked against Cebu in this game, Coach Chris, but somehow they were able to get the job done here against Mindoro.
And they did it collectively, and led by their three players in Tampos, Habonete, and Meneses, who finished all with a double-double. This is probably the first time I've seen, looking at the box scores, three players finishing with a double-double, the three players that I just mentioned. But I think the most impressive thing about this game is how they started and ended the game. They were just in cruise control from start to finish. All 10 players na pinasok nung first half, Ken, lahat umambag nung first half, which led to them having a 17-point lead at the half. And then, they never really looked back and finished the game and won by double figures as well.
And ngayon, kalaban nila itong Pasay, who's currently 4-1 at home, and they're trying to bounce back from those tough losses. They had one here against San Juan, but they traveled to Palayan City and they faced off against a pretty determined Pangasinan squad who was also slumping heading into this matchup, but Pasay just succumbing to the firepower nitong Pangasinan.
And this is in spite of them hitting 10 three-pointers in this game. You don't see it on your screens, but what you see is that they were out-rebounded, outscored in the paint, and the bench of Pangasinan was definitely better. It was a second-half game, as most coaches would always say. The game is won in the second half. That's what happened to Pasay. Leading by 8 after 2 quarters. Pangasinan just woke up in the third quarter, had a huge third quarter, and then they never looked back to also finish the game in Nueva Ecija and was able to get that win.
And these two teams boasting two players playing the guard spot, and both actually playing different styles, no? For Cebu, you have Boom Boom Tampos, who has been mesmerizing so far in his first stint as a professional player. On the other side, for Pasay, subok na itong si El Frela na si Lawrence Victoria.
Lawrence Victoria is a proven scorer in this league. And sabi mo nga, is itong si Tampos, let's see if he can somewhat duplicate yung kanyang performance in the last game against a much experienced and tougher opponent.
And you see the numbers here. Boom Boom Tampos, 9 points per contest. Actually efficient shooting from the field, 52.7%. While ito, Lawrence Victoria leading the way as usual para dito sa Pasay, 13.1 points, all-around performance. And for more on Boom Boom Tampos and Lawrence Victoria, let's go to Gianna Lianes.
Now, unlike Lawrence Victoria, who has been playing here in the MPBL for a while, this is Boom Boom Tampos' first season here. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but Lawrence Victoria was actually hailed as most improved player dito sa MPBL a few seasons ago. At may payo daw siya para kay Boom Boom Tampos at sa iba pang rookies dito sa MPBL. In his words, huwag kayong mawawala ng pag-asa sa kahit anong punto ng inyong karera. He adds that he has been playing for Coach Marlon and the Pasay Voyagers for 3 seasons, and one of the biggest things that he's learned on this team is the importance of attitude. Dati daw ay medyo nagagalit pa siya kung hindi pumapasok ang kanyang mga tira. Pero ngayon, he's developed that mindset of next play mentality. Para naman kay Boom Boom, isa sa kanyang biggest motivations ay ang tropa niya sa Davao Oriental dahil siya ay ang first player ng kanilang municipality of San Isidro na nakalaro dito sa MPBL. Back to you guys.
Actually, that's a great source of inspiration, no, para dito kay Boom Boom Tampos. But G, I want to focus more dito kay Boom Boom because he's been getting the limelight. He's been featured in our top 10 plays multiple times. But how is he taking that in stride as he develops his career here in the MPBL?
I think he's still a little bit overwhelmed. Sa totoo lang, pag ina-approach ko siya to talk to him, he's still a little shy, but I always assure him, huwag kang mag-alala dahil Tagalog yung mga tanong ko. He does have a lot of guidance from Daryl Malingas. They've been teammates for years already, even before both of them played here in the MPBL. So Daryl's really been there to help him absorb the fame, absorb the recognition, and also motivating him to become the best player he can be.
Buti hindi nasindak sa iyo, G. Of course, thank you very much, Gianna Lianes, for that report. And now we turn you over to Richard Tampos as we begin the matchup between Cebu and Pasay.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our main game of the evening. Here at the Cuneta Astrodome, it's Cebu Classic going head-to-head with your Pasay Voyagers in Season 7 of Manny Pacquiao's MPBL. Let's carry on first the starting 5 for Cebu Classic. At forward number 24, Dennis Santos. Point guard number 16, Daryl Manliguez. Power forward number 13, Mark Meneses. Playing center number 9, Dolan Adlawan. And at 2 guard number 5, belated happy birthday, Bryle Mecca. Cebu Classic is led by Voltaire Ora, assistant coaches Mike Reyes, Eric C. Marlon Zambrano, Demi Salenga, and Joseph Quit. Team manager Anthony Eduarte. And now for your Pasay Voyagers. At guard number 1, El Trilla Lawrence Victoria. Coming in at center number 4, Warren Bonifacio. At forward number 9, AJ Coronel. Point guard number 77, Dan Sara. And at forward number 13, Dr. Fly, Don Reverente. The head coach is Marlon Martin. His assistants are Vic Escudero, Hubert de los Santos, Adrian Boal, Don Moderno, Willie Generalao, and Brian Orold, team consultant, Cholo Martin, team owners, Raul Bacalso, Miguel Ligot, Lavin Castro, JD Castro, and Leon Calixto Rubiano. The game officials are...
Alright, check out the starting 5 brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Cebu starts things off with Daryl Manliguez, Bryle Mecca, Dolan Adlawan, Mark Meneses, and Dennis Santos. For Pasay, Dan Sara, Lawrence Victoria, Warren Bonifacio, Don Reverente, and AJ Coronel. Our referees for this ball game, Jovet Ocfemia, Zef Pingol Jr., Ariel Arce, and our substitute referee, Maynard Centeno. Cebu in white, Pasay in their familiar pink threads. Pasay, like we said, in their 5 games playing here, so far 4 wins, 1 loss. Although the latest one was that tough loss kontra sa San Juan, decided by that basket by Dexter Marquez. The tip though going to the side of Pasay. 7-5. Just at the bottom half dun sa top 8 ng ating North Division. Just behind Caloocan actually. 8-4 ang Caloocan, 7-5 ang Pasay as Victoria misses on that 3-point attempt.
Well, Pasay starting off with pretty much the same lineup no, in their last game except for one person which is si Dan Sara. No? Cyrus Tapia nagsimula nung kanilang laro. No? Yung talo nila no, sa Pangasinan. Sa kabilang panig naman, also a little tweak in their lineup. Si Mecca ang nagsimula ngayon para sa kanila.
Brian Mecca just celebrated his birthday yesterday. Ka-birthday din ni Richard Campos to. 9-12 remaining here in the first quarter. Skip pass, Victoria. Bonifacio, that familiar shot, all net.
Has always had the nice touch from the outside. That time against the zone in the high post, it was just a simple catch and shoot.
Cebu coming off that morale-boosting victory against Mindoro. It was certainly no slouch. In fact, odds were really stacked against them in that game. And they were able to pull through. Bonifacio, straight line to the cup. Draws a foul.
Sees a gap in that zone. Napping a little bit habang pababa sa depensa itong mga white shirts. Hindi naman nagsayang na ng oras. Si Warren inatake kagad yung gap ng zona.
Bonifacio. Pasok yung kanilang unang free throw. Those are his numbers. 12.3 points. 60% at the line. Not really too far from his season averages last season. And when you look at this Pasay team, you know, one of the teams that have really held their core. And now they're trying to get to the next step, Coach Chris. And they want to get past the first round of the playoffs.
Tama, no? And pinakita natin yung season averages niya as the three in the corner by Meneses na Mintes. Pupunta ngayon sa Pasay ang bola. Bonifacio struggled in the last game, had 9 points and 9 rebounds, but was only 4 for 16 against that talented, heavy big men of Pangasinan, the likes like Napoles, Flores, who was the best player in that last game with a double-double, Mabulak, even Galianza, who sometimes plays the 4, and syempre, sino pa bang hindi pwedeng banggitin itong si Muscleman na si Vic Manuel. Ang daming big man nun.
2 minutes gone by. Don Reverente floats one up and in.
Everything so far has been easy para sa Pasay. Kaya 6-0 ang kanilang kalamangan.
Manligues. Bola nasundot ni Reverente at lalabas yan. Bola babalik sa panig ng Pasay Voyagers. Dennis Santos. Check out this assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory, feel more game with 1xBet.
Palit na ng depensa, no? Dito ang Cebu. Pero nalibre si Victoria off that flare screen. Wala.
Daryl Manligues puts it on the floor.
Almost another turnover.
Medyo dispalinghado yung opensa, but Dennis Santos bailing them out with a three-pointer. Nakaagaw pa ditong Cebu, Brian Mecca. There was a foul called against Pasay. It'll be against Reverente. Three-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. Layo nito, galing kay Dennis Santos. Brian Mecca. Can't turn the corner. Adlawan, pupukol sa tres. Way off the mark. Tatakbo ang Pasay. Dan Sara, stop and pop free. Bounces off the rim. Coronel with a rebound. Catch and shoot naman para kay Bonifacio. Book it.
Is it just me or the body language of Cebu, especially after coming off a win, has been a little soft to start this game on the defensive end. Too early to ball watch, pero Manligues binawi sa kabilang opensiba. Another three-pointer, 9-6 na ang kalamangan after that 6-0 quick start by the Voyagers.
Victoria on the right side, rejecting that screen. Floats one up and in over Adlawan.
Another easy basket given up by Cebu.
6-point lead. Rael Mecca. Blowing past Victoria but met by that help defense.
Guess what? It looks to be another easy basket for Pasay.
Yun na nga nangyari for the Voyagers so far. Shooting really efficiently from the field. The Pasay Voyagers establishing an 8-point lead. Manligues. Now it's Santos going up against Reverente. Braille Meca behind the back. Trying to throw off the defense of Victoria. Santos, 2 seconds on their shot clock. Another bailout shot from beyond the arc for Dennis Santos.
Mahaba kasi itong si Santos lalo na pag ganyang shot fake niya, no? Iisipin mo talaga gusto mong umabot, makakuha ng late contest kaya napatalon doon sa flyby si Reverente.
Manligues called for that foul. Now check out the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Mop, personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke. This was Reverente letting his defender fly by for that basket inside.
Got away with a travel there, changes pivot but from right to left.
Correction, the 2-point conversion of Darren Manligues with 6 minutes and 20 seconds mark was a 3-point basket.
Yeah, you were right, Coach Chris. 3-point shot nga yun. Kaninang tira ni Darren Manligues.
This is why I love pag nandito ako sa MPBL outside of my home. Kasi the odds are mas tama ako rito kesa sa bahay.
Santos. Up fake. Oh, great pass. Meneses, the cut and a score. Cebu regaining its bearings here. Now just down by 2. Dan Sara. Now inside the arc, nilabas kay Bonifacio. Pupukol na naman sa labas. Bonifacio has it going here early in the first quarter.
That time may tao na yon. The thing is, sa kasabihan niya, no, hand down, man down, hindi nakataas yung kamay ni Aldawan. Manligues sa loob. Subukan bawiin, wala. Foul si Aldawan doon, hindi. Si Coronelata.
So it will stay with Pasay. Yep. This was that pass, the basket. Bonifacio will certainly have the green light here. 2 threes already for Warren Bonifacio.
Wala pang mintis yan, no? So, a better start for him compared to the 4 for 16 shooting. Santos, pangatlo. Mas mahirap na tira na yun.
16-11. Cyrus Tabi, kakapasok lang. Another foul by Manligues. I think that's his second.
Mapapalitan siya ngayon. Pasok na, no, sa score table si Hero.
Mahirap dito sa Cebu, ha? Hindi sila kumpletong lineup ngayon. Sure, parang just 4 players available to sub in. Under 4 minutes remaining, Bonifacio decides to put it on the deck. Toby Agustin. Bola na agaw ng Cebu. Jameson Hero. Oh, great rim run by Mark Meneses. 2 points.
One of 3 players, as we mentioned in the last game, who finished with a double-double. No, and Mark Meneses that time showing the athleticism by running the outside lane, finishing the fast break.
Agustin, high arcing free, all net.
May pakis pa, no? After nun, para i-push yung kanilang kalamangan to 6. Sinalo mo ba? Sana hindi.
Baka si boss nandun, sinalo. Ito si Marasigan. Give and go. Felipe Marasigan off that gorgeous feed from Cyrus Tabi.
If I'm Pasay, whether it's a make or miss, I'm pushing the ball all the time. The way, no, sinisimulan nitong Cebu in terms of their body language, especially sa depensa.
Tampos in trouble. At mapupunta na nga sa Pasay yung bola dito. Subs coming in for the Voyagers. First, let's check out the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Things just never get old. That give and go play, always a classic.
Marasigan this time on the left side. Baka ako maisahan din. Jasper Salenga is in for the Voyagers.
Huwag ka tumulad sa iba. Gaya-gaya ka sa iba eh. Matuto ka sa pagkakamali ng iba. Have your own unique mistake.
Okay, ito. That shot is in. I'm not sure what mistake you're trying to point out, Coach Chris.
Tulad yan, si Dennis Santos. Pwede kang magkamali dyan na Paulo, ganun.
23-15. Agustin up top. Under 2 minutes remaining. Toby floats it up, rolls out. Jameson Hero nagmamadali, natapikan sa likod. Cebu out of sorts. Meanwhile, Pasay executing to a T. Salenga for free. Bukit.
Excellent decision right there by Soriano. It was a good bounce pass by Agustin, I believe. After the forward pass by Tabi, ito was not able to gather the ball. He sees in his line of vision itong si Jasper Salenga. And Jasper Salenga knocks it down. Napilitan mag-timeout itong Cebu.
Say it with your chest, Coach Chris. It's an 11-point lead for Pasay, 26-15. Special deal from OneXBet. Scan a QR code and claim your special offer. Nakadikit na ang Cebu Classic pero lumalayo na naman itong Pasay Voyagers late in quarter number 1. A minute and 37 seconds remaining here. An 11-point advantage.
Quickly.
4-1 record nga po ng Pasay. Those wins over Ilagan, Isabela, Sarangani, Basilan, and then that tough loss against San Juan the last time out. Here is Meneses. Cross court, stolen away by Jasper Salenga. Jasper can't finish. Foul given up by Felipe Marasigan.
Well, he was expecting contact na hindi dumating, no? Kaya he was forced to finish with his right hand. Hindi kumapit or sumobra rather yung pectus.
72 seconds remaining. Cebu with a basketball. Jameson Hero. Boom Boom Campos getting it to Dennis Santos quickly to Brian Meca. 10 on their shot clock. Santos. De Los Santos offering that screen again. Catches it. The lefty bouncing it to Jameson Hero. Fades away. Bounces out. Salenga with the rebound. Cyrus Tabi. May tangan ng bola. Hinatid papunta kay Jasper Salenga. Balik kay Tabi. 13 on their shot clock. Cyrus. No. Gets it back. Bounce pass inside and Soriano scores. And Cyrus Tabi.
Yeah, you could just see how poised Cyrus Tabi even after the offensive rebound. Just a simple look away. There's a weak side corner. And a simple bounce pass inside. Santos for 3. Pangatlo na yan.
Yeah. Keeping them in the ball game. 28-18. Agustin tried to spin. Still enough time for Cebu. 3 seconds remaining. Santos goes up. No foul called. And the first quarter comes to an end. Dennis Santos had 9 points in the first quarter, but Pasay just having their way so far behind that hot start by Warren Bonifacio. As you see here, stroking it from mid-range. Pasay really got things going early here in quarter number 1.
Well, he had 10 of the 28 points. Talking about Warren Bonifacio, did not miss a single shot from the field, and obviously keeping itong Cebu in the game is the 3-point shooting of Mr. Dennis Santos.
And that gorgeous feed. Tabi setting up Jopet Soriano. At the end of 1, lamang ang Pasay 28-18 over Cebu. Next 3 games of Cebu on May 28 laban sa Basilan, June 5 Sarangani, June 12 they will take on the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. Again, Ken Panglinan with Coach Chris, and actually Gianna has a report for us.
Ken and Christian, wala si Coach Mike Reyes as head coach ng Cebu ngayon dahil graduation daw ng bunsong anak niya. But I did have a chance to talk to him prior. Aware daw siya na sa huling laro ng Cebu, medyo overconfident ang kanilang opponent seeing na undermanned sila. They used this to their advantage and hit some big shots to prove them wrong. In his words, our aggressiveness was the key. Adding na keeping fresh legs on court was his objective. Kaya kahit sa second half na dalawa na lang ang nasa bench ng Cebu to sub, he would constantly rotate his players. Ngayon, resilience daw ang nasa isip nila, proving the doubt they received before wrong as they won their last match and using that as fuel. He adds, if we survive these trials, we come out as better individuals. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, G. And right now, they're facing an uphill battle going up against Pasay. You see the field goal shooting, 61% for the Voyagers, 53 naman para sa Classic at dadagdagan pa yan ni Jasper Salenga. Now 5 out of 10 itong Voyagers from 3-point distance after that make.
No, pangalawa na yan, no, ni Jasper Salenga, this time at the top of the key. And they get a stop and obviously can increase this lead. As you see yung anticipation ni Mecca in that zone sa kaliwang bahagi. Problem is, the most dangerous guy in the court is the one with the basketball. Salenga, pinatunayan yun.
And of course, congratulations to the Reyes family, Coach Mike.
Yeah, certainly an achievement. Importante yan, hindi ka pwedeng mawala sa mga ganyan, yung mga graduation ng anak.
Family comes first, indeed. As Hero, though, could not finish. Labang Pasay ng 13. As they get the ball back here, Rios is in the game. Jason Hero subbed out here by Daryl Manligues. Jordan Rios, Jasper Salenga, Brian Hilario, Fernandez, and Cyrus Tabi. The 5 for Coach Marlon Keith Martin.
Sibugan na ba? Hindi pa.
Aga pa daw. Boom boom tampo, skies high for that layup.
Maganda tumapos ng break no? Ito si Boom Boom Tampos. Magandang tingnan sa ere.
No, nagka-glide talaga eh. Fernandez.
Ayun na.
Hilario, dyan muna.
Oo. Appetizer daw muna.
33-20.
Yan ang maganda kay Brian Hilario eh. Yan, pag pinasok mo sa loob, does not lose confidence of making moves or trying to hit shots.
Oh, a great pass. The outlet to Fernandez, who recovers, lays it up and in.
The transition defense, obviously a problem at that time. Just a simple rebound, missed rebound, and then the outlet, and then layup quickly by Pasay on the other end.
Foul given up. And Cebu will jump to the line. Check out this fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
Ito yung fast break. So, para sa Pasay na tinapos ni Floren Fernandez. One of 3 homegrowns dito sa Pasay.
Damian Lasco is in for the Voyagers. JP Martinez. Sablay pa kayang free throw.
Nakita mo, no? Early in this ball game, especially with a 15-point lead, ang dami nang nabubunot ni Coach Marlon Martin para sa Pasay. Even a guy like Brian Hilario, nakakabanggit lang natin, only played 38 seconds in their last game against a much tougher and bigger opponent na Pangasinan. Pero tingnan mo naman to, wala nang warm-up. Hindi man lang tumakbo from one point to the other. Lasco hits his first shot, 3 points pa.
Oh, a steal. Fernandez, look out. And the layup goes. Alam ko, isasalpak eh.
Oo, ina-expect nung kanyang coaching staff pati mga kakampi, they were ready to jump off their seats. Pero pinitin yung kanyang mga kakampi. Ito yung agaw. Ayan, determined for the layup.
Siniguro lang. But here you saw Damian Lasco just coming into the game, knocking down a free. And Pasay with a massive lead. 40-20 is the count. We'll pause for break. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan a QR code and claim your special offer. Namagana yung kalamangan dito ng Pasay. It's up to 20. 40-20 is the score.
In a span of less than 3 minutes.
Yeah. Ganun kabilis. Manligues, tightly guarded by Joey Barcuma. Tampos. Rebound, Damien Lasco. Omeka able to bother him. Can they cross the timeline here? Naubusan nga sila. 8-second backward violation called against Pasay. So good job by Brian Mecca.
Because of the mishandle, no? That he forced pressure kay Lasco. What I thought Barcuma had a chance to cross half court, not with the dribble but with the pass. But he opted for the other one, and yun, na puwersa itong Cebu ang first turnover ng Pasay dito sa quarter na ito.
De Los Santos, balik kay Brian Mecca. Sa poste sila pupunta. JP Martinez inside. He was clobbered while he tried to make a move. Foul called against Pasay. Jordan Rios with the foul. Baseline inbound for the guys in white. De Los Santos, pinuntahan si Boom Boom Tampos, getting that screen. Steps back for three, short. Long rebound ends up. No.
Libre si Hilario.
Ryan,
Okay.
against
Kitang-kita
Brian.
na. Kitang-kita na. Kasi nung padating na sa kanya yung pasa, nakita niya na yung buwelo ng white shirt. Was that Manligues? But whoever it was, pinatalon na niya. You know, at kabisado na yan ni Brian Hilario. Poste ngayon si Manligues.
Pasok. Foul pa. Dahil Manligues. Tough move over Joey Barcuma.
Ito, talagang pinilit niya, no? Sa loob. Galing siya sa corner, tumakbo siya dun sa poste. Pinasa sa kanya. Isa, dalawang dribble. Konting katawan lang. Pinakita ni Manligues. Kaya niya tapusin yung play na yan.
LGR is the official outfitter of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Maraming salamat po, LGR family.
Yes. 4 minutes gone by here in the second period. 19 points. Hilario inside. Oh, another great fake! And the basket by Brian Hilario.
I'm waiting for him to do something, whether it's the small sign or, you know, the buffet or kakaina, whatever. Just do something, Brian, to add more entertainment to this game.
Agaw. Pasay in transition.
Rios. Hilario, libre.
Lasco gets it.
Titira yan.
Hilario for free. No. Manligues the rebound. Rael Mecca. Off the bounce. Now Dennis Santos. Ginugulo ni Damien Lasco. Santos. Hindi makalusot. Now forced up to take that shot, but no problem on that one.
Pag nakapasok kasi siya inside the paint, he's obviously long enough to rise above any defender and has the touch to finish.
Lasco. Slightly open. Mecca the rebound. Rael Mecca pushing it. Barcuma in his grill. Santos against Lasco again. Dennis Santos, they go to the post. De Los Santos. Lasco trying to keep in step with him. Manligues. Masyadong matulis yung tira sa labas.
Ganda ng box out ni Barcuma para makuha yung loose ball rebound na yun.
Lasco. Oh, easy pickings on the other side for Pasay.
Walang stoplight, no? Dun sa play na yun. Dire-diretso. from yung pagtakbo niya sa outside lane from the half court hanggang papuntang ring.
Rios
Agaw.
stealing the pocket of Dennis Santos. Jordan Rios tried to save it but wasn't able to establish possession inside. Check out this Gixer, great move of the game, born for greatness. Kanina si Mecca, ngayon si Homevis. Off a steal, the traveling call issued against Damian Lasco.
Yung sinasabi natin, no, that hop step, mini hop step. You cannot take off and land
Same foot.
with the same foot.
Mecca. Now Homevis against Brian Hilario. Ken Homevis behind the back. Nasunutan sa likod ni Barcuma. Tatakbo dito ang Pasay.
Hilario with the finish or the pass.
Give and go. Lasco scores. Unselfishness there by Brian Hilario. Manligues. Inside points plus 16 ang Pasay Voyagers. Rios with another foul. Malaki-laki na lamang dito ng Pasay as we check out the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Nung kabataan natin, madalas tayong tanungin ng isang mga spreadsheet, no? Anong gusto mo sa isang lalaki o babae? In our case, syempre, dapat babae yun. Di ba?
Oh.
Eh, dapat simpleng maganda. Ang basketball, ganun din eh. Tulad nun, yung fast break na yun, simpleng maganda lang.
Not much dribbling on that possession. Ito si Meneses, bumihit. Wala, nakuha niya yung rebound at naipasok yung tira. Baba sa 21 lamang. Damian Lasco getting it to Brian Hilario. Yan natin ang gagawin ni Brian Hilario dito. He's going up against the much bigger Homevis. Oh, kala ko alley-oop. Lasco from the other side gets it to go.
That's just excellent execution on the part of Pasay that was finished off by the touch pass of Hilario.
Ooh, Homevis. Oh, using his size, actually his height, against the heft of Brian Hilario. 51-29. 2 minutes ago here in the second quarter. Fernandez, bandang itaas. The denial by Mecca on Lasco. Pero si Brian Hilario nandun. Piso-piso lang para kay Brian Hilario.
From appetizer to main menu to dessert, mukhang yan ang plano ni Brian Hilario. Nasa second quarter pa lang tayo. Palagay ko, another set of menu yan sa second half eh.
Oh,
The way he's been playing, 8 puntos na and 3 assists.
Homevis.
Fast break pa siya ngayon, tingnan mo. Si Hilario.
Barcuma wasn't able to feed him the ball. Pero, ayun naman, yung Fernandez blows it and can't finish on the putback. Dennis Santos. No looks inside. Meneses with the deuce. 53-31.
4-point swing, no? Na-miss ni Fernandez yung open layup. Resulted to a layup on the other end. Fernandez natapilok sa possession prior. Mukhang okay naman.
And these guys getting some burn. Hilario, Fernandez, Damian Lasco. Pero si Meneses, ha? Back-to-back baskets para dito sa Cebu Classic.
How about the playmaking by Hopevis right there? Putting the ball on the deck, showing the ball up in the air, and then the late drop-off.
25 seconds to go. Rios decides to fire and hits a free. 23 ang lamang. Cebu can opt for the last shot. Dennis Santos beats his defender off the dribble.
Napalpal. Was that Jordan Rios?
Yeah. Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. 3 more game with 1xBet. Homevis, Big Santa Clock. 2 seconds remaining. Fade away. And the second period comes to an end. Cebu Classic just having no sorts of comeback attempts whatsoever, at least at the moment, because Pasay has been clicking on all cylinders so far at the half. It's 56-33. Voyagers on top of the Classic by 23.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he finds the straight left hand. And there's the punching. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Right now, it seems like every extra possession is going to the side of Pangasinan, and they convert. The Heat Waves up by 11, and this has been a collective effort.
On the second chance opportunity, an off-ball movement. Hockey assist by Gabo, who got the offensive rebound. Direct assist for Talio to Flores. 11-point lead.
Only fitting that he leads this team in the MPBL. Comboy on the run. Adlawan. Oh, access denied!
Wow!
Oh my goodness. Cebu Classic defense on point. What a way to swat that shot away.
Oh, couple of layups para kay Eman Calo. Thought it was a goaltend there. Lastimosa with a tough drive.
Sometimes you got players na talagang mas gusto pa yung may bunggo. And si Carlo ang isa na doon. It's been pretty much the rebounding action, allowing for second chance opportunities.
63-68, baseline inbound for Basilan. Cabagnol from the corner. Big shot from the crunch man. It's a 2-point game. Anxious moments here for Binyan, but what a play from Coach Rich Alvarez to free up the crunch man for the corner three.
Well, you gotta credit Eman Calo for that perfect pass. Just on that catch and shoot motion for Alex Cabagnot. They had, what, 5 in succession ba? Kasi si Val Chao ka, nakaisa rin kanina.
Oh, Jeff Comia, binitbit muna ang bola bago tinapos sa kabila. What a move from Jeff Comia.
2 points yun, pero mukhang 3 points sa effort no? Grabe yung finish na yun ni Jeff Comia. Just a master in dribble penetrations.
Wow. Taking the lead here, 42-40, under a minute to play. Wamar against Macaloni now. Wamar is ahead. Wamar floats. What a shot.
Now they go for the switch. Malaking yung big man ang kumuha, no? Kay Orlan Wamar was able to beat Macaloni. But how about that
That's
finger roll?
Steph Curry-esque.
Montuano, balik kay Robbie Manalang. 8 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Robbie trying to turn the corner. Forces up a three. Oh, banks it in! Robbie Manalang under the rest. Able to will that one through.
My goodness. I was gonna say, nasa isip ko na rin yung sasabihin ko. I was gonna say, what a terrible take by Robbie Manalang. Answered the call the past few games, including this one. Tampos gets ahead. Tampos hangs in the air and gets the bucket. The hoop and the harm para kay Boom Boom Tampos.
Oh my goodness, Javi. The elevation, the finish through contact.
Defying the laws of physics, Boom Boom Tampos featured in our play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet. I will absolutely feel more game if I see more shots like that from Boom Boom Tampos.
Saguan unable to capitalize on that steal. Pero here comes Nueva Ecija. The spin cycle and the finish. The former MVP, JC Marcelino. You know what? This is too big of a game for JC Marcelino not to make an impact.
Because we heard the oohs and ahs even before the shot. Doon sa spin move pa lang, narinig ko na sa crowd.
Only have one timeout here in overtime. Wala nang timeout ng Pasay. Garcia having trouble. Gets it to Lester Reyes. Robbie Manalang attacks. Kick out pass. Jaime against two defenders. Getting that shot up and in. 23 points for Papa Cheats.
He has defied the defense numerous times in this game. Tough shot after tough shot. I thought Manalang would have been better off here trying to go inside into the basket, trying to sneak his way past that help defender. I thought he could have scooped a shot in on that left side, but still giving it to that deep corner kay Chito Jaime.
Hope you guys are doing well. As promised, Valentine's Suzuki half-court shot challenge where you can win a brand new Suzuki Bird Match 3. And tonight, we got 3 contestants. Ito magkakasubuan kina Christopher Manso, Klaus Rivera, and Ron Mark Pugay. Unahin natin si Christopher Manso from Malibay. Wala pa tayong palakpakan dyan. Pasayin, let's makikita tayo. Come on. One attempt lang. Christopher Manso, nasa iyong mga kamay. Para manalo nitong brand new Suzuki Birdman Street. Tingnan natin. Christopher! Congratulations, he just won for himself. Brand new Suzuki Birdman Street. Palasa palakpakan, come on! For Christopher Manso. Yan ang ating Suzuki half-court shot challenge. Talaga naman enjoy sa game. Pagaya ni Christopher Manso. Suzuki is alongside the partner of the MPBL. Congratulations, Christopher Manso. Mula sa Manlipa.
That's our halftime score. Cebu Classic 33 and the Pasay Voyagers 56. Muli po Ken Pangilinan alongside Coach Christian Luanzon, and at courtside we have Miss Gianna Lianes. You know, it's already the month of May, but Christopher Marso making that half-court shot from Malibay, Pasay. Palagay ko merong may utang sa'yo, Coach Chris.
It just proves na may awan, Diyos, no? The way this game has been turning out, which is quite ugly. You know, 56-33, obviously, namamaga nga. Sabi mo nga, no, bago matapos yung, or heading into halftime, namamaga na itong lamang ng Pasay. May awan, Diyos. Dahil pinasaya tayo kahit sa panandalian lamang with an half-court shot. If you don't believe me, look at the numbers. 63%, not so bad para sa Pasay, 50%. But the thing is, okay, everything has been pretty much easy para sa Pasay. Kita nyo sa highlights, halos lahat ng tira libre. This was one of the few bright spots para sa Cebu, yung finish ni Tampus. And Brian Hilario coming off the bench with some nice moves, including this one, a little up and under, and then the touch pass for the three-point shot, which they had, a total of 8. 15 players ang pinasok ni Coach Marlon. Ken, 11 ang nakascore. 2 players in double figures na si Warren Bonifacio at si Damian Lasco. Sa kabilang panig naman, dalawa din in double figures, Santos at Meneses, Manligas with 6, Hokvis with 2. But that's pretty much it, as they only had a total of 33 points in 2 halves. But instead of saying, what a game, I think we should say, what a shot!
Yeah. And what a man he is. Boss Danny Espiritu with Rudy Distrito, our head of security. Emer Oreta, our head of operations. And just to your point, Coach Chris, how dominant Pasay was in the first half. Their bench actually outscored the entire Cebu Classic team. 40 bench points compared to only 33 points total for the entire Cebu Classic team. So, nakita natin 16 points lang kinailangan nitong starters ng Pasay because the bench has done their job. And now the starters here, basically the same unit they began this ball game. Dan Sara joining the fray with a mid-range jumper.
Starts the third quarter once again with an open look perimeter shot.
Foul given up by the Voyagers. Nolan Adlawan in together with Mark Meneses, Dennis Santos, Kem Homevis, and Daryl Manligues. Big lineup. Poste, labas, swing pass, papunta kay Dennis Santos who strokes in another triple.
A good execution right there, coming off the post on Manligues and the extra pass from Hokvis. Pang-apat na 3-pointer na yan ni Mr. Santos.
3-point shot of the game. At sa atin yan ng Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. Yung bitaw doon, Dennis Santos, pero hindi maganda. So far, pinapakita ng Cebu, naghabol pa rin, 22 puntos, 58-36. Santos off the bounce, got fouled. Reggie Coronel called for his first personal foul here. Dennis Santos at the line. One of the leading scorers para dito sa Pasay, not only in this game but for the whole season. Good on the first one. Suited up for Valenzuela last season. Average close to 12 points per contest, 5 rebounds. No free throws made by Dennis Santos.
So medyo mababa naman yung production niya this year, no? Less than the 10 points ang kanyang production, along with close to 5 rebounds.
Although tonight has 16 points, Manligues lays it up and in, lead down to 18.
A better start to the quarter is yung umpisa nitong Cebu.
58-40. Entry pass ni Reverente papunta kay Bonifacio. Ay pagbanggaan kay Homevis. Hook shot good plus a foul.
This man has just been all business from tip-off. Did not miss a shot in the first half and continues to do so with his nice post move and jump hook.
And completes the three-point play. Warren Bonifacio. Spent almost a decade in Mapua under Coach Randy Alcantara. 61-40. Santos slips. Desperately tried to get the ball back. He does. Naibigay pa niya kay Homevis. Adlawan fakes the pass. Goes right at Coronel and draws a foul.
A good recovery there by Santos and was able to still keep the ball alive.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig. Free installation for split-type air conditioners. Dalawang free throws gagawad para kay Dolan Adlawan. He's been getting some playing time here. Ladis Lepalam, not in uniform. As well as, of course, Paulo Hubalde.
Sino yun?
61-42.
Kumpare natin yan.
19-point lead. The Aquaman. Nanonood din ngayon. Shoutout din. Kay Paulo.
Hindi nanonood yun. Kasi unang-una wala siya rito eh. So, the fact na wala siya rito, I don't think manonood siya.
7 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. Still 19 points down. Dan Sara tumingin. Now fires. Was that a free? Yes, it was.
Kulang yung sinabi mo. Another open three.
Oo, kanina pa. Dan Sara with 5 here in the third. Meneses. He tries. That one rolls out. 3 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. Babalik ang bola kay Dan Sara. Against Manligues. Screen by Reverente. Bagsak si Sara at si Manligues. Ang ganda ng pasa. Victoria setting up AJ Coronel.
Everybody was just caught ball watching. There's a drive ni Victoria. So much that after the pass of Victoria, libreng-libre na si Coronel dun sa ilalim.
AJ Coronel also showing improvement here as he gets a stop. Victoria pounds it. Touch passing leads to a basket by Warren Bonifacio.
They're just fooling around the right way, no? Itong Pasay.
Presley Dennis Santos, pang-5 na yan. 19 points. The lone bright spot really for Cebu. Meneses also in double figures with 10 points. It's been that kind of a game para dito sa Classic. 4 minutes gone by, 23-point lead. Bonifacio inside. Trying to carve out space. Hinampas, hinataw ni Kem Homevis.
Of the excellent back pick given by Dan Sara. You're talking about a point guard. Nagbibigay ng isang madiin na screen, giving up about 5 inches.
The game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory, feel more game with 1xBet. Bumbum Tampos, ngayon lang pinasok dito sa Cebu. Bonifacio steps back, gives it up to Victoria. Reverente, tinasa kay Dan Saras. Warren, yung pabandang tira, hindi papasok. Bola, mapupunta sa panig ng Cebu. Let's see if Boom Boom could make some noise here in the third. Manligues putting some speed on. Gets fouled by Dan Sara. Third foul against Dan Sara. So papalitan siya muna dito ni Cyrus Tabi. Cebu 4-7. Manligues inside. Naagaw ni Cyrus Tabi.
Sinubukan yung depensa nitong si Cyrus Tabi. Hindi niya alam na medyo bakal din itong si Cyrus.
And Cyrus Tabi quietly, as we see the steals, plus 10 ang Pasay, 14-4. So Cyrus Tabi quietly has been having a solid season.
What a pass.
And what a pass. Like you said, papunta kay AJ Coronel.
And that's with the left hand. Usually, players are good with their strong hand, no? Yung mga magagaling pumasa. And this one, though, using the left hand for that behind the back in tight space.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. AJ Coronel humming here in the third. And Pasay with a 25-point lead, 70-45. Vixer fan of the game, born for greatness. This is a familiar face. Let's see if we could see her more here in the MPBL. At kasalukuyan po tayo nandito sa Pasay Astrodome. Meanwhile, may report para sa atin si Miss Gianna Llanes.
Yes, this one is about AJ Coronel. Walang malas pagdating sa depensa. Kwento niya na yun daw ang advice na binigay sa kanya ng kanyang coach noong high school pa. Kaya yun ang bit-bit niya hanggang dito sa MPBL. When he has a missed shot daw or has a turnover, iniisip niya immediately na makakabawi siya sa depensa. Some of his basketball inspirations when it comes to this are Kawhi Leonard, Dennis Rodman, and Calvin Abueva. AJ also shares how important it is for him to be calm on court. So before a game, he watches a lot of anime. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, G. And actually, AJ Coronel has started in all 12 of their games. He's that defensive linchpin para dito sa Pasay. And, he's been somehow, bits and pieces emulating those aforementioned names that Gianna mentioned.
I feel quite the opposite, to be honest. If I watch Calvin Abueva, I'll be more energetic rather than calm. Kawhi Leonard, yes, definitely with his demeanor. So that's an interesting info nugget na binigay ni Gianna, no?
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Uy, sumugod si, that was Santos. Or sorry, that was Agustin. Santos called for that foul. 70-47, Pasay with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Comfortably ahead.
Like seriously, ikaw magsabi sa akin, di ba? Pag nakita mo si Calvin Abueva, di ba? Sasama mo siya sa gera. Pag nakita mo si Kawhi Leonard, isasama mo siya sa spa. Diba? Relaxing yung dating.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Yeah.
Pero siguro may balance doon, no? Kay AJ Coronel. Kasi he represents a little bit of both.
Yeah.
No? So kailangan niya yung balance. Minsan, yung nakikita natin, kahit na his frame is, not that muscle tech, kumbaga, or heft. Pero alam naman natin, yung versatility niya defensively, can guard smalls, can guard bigs. And at the same time, he has a calmness to his game as well, lalo na sa offensive end.
Yeah.
So, ang ganda ng kombinasyon. Pwede pala yun, no?
And really not the type of guy that needs the ball in his hands to be effective to si AJ Coronel.
Tama.
Toby Agustin, short on that free. Under 4 minutes remaining, banggaan si Manligues at si Victoria.
Sinalubong. And having a few words is Manligues kay Victoria, which I wonder why, kay Manligues, kasi kanina siya rin ang nambabangga. Tsaka, dapat expect niya to kasi yung tulad nila, although medyo malaking gwardiya rin ito si Victoria, pag hindi niya sinalubong no, ng may diin yun, tatalsik din naman si Victoria.
Yeah.
Sa laki ng braso nitong si Manliguez.
Also how forceful he is with his drives. Daryl Manliguez.
What was that in the first half? He took advantage of Dan Sara, right? On the post.
Hindi, si ano yun? Si Barcuma.
Barcuma, yeah.
Agustin. Pass not available to Marasigan, so he opts to give it up to Cyrus Tabi. Short on that free, Adlawan, the rebound. So si Manliguez, binigay kay De Los Santos. Backdoor. Santos recovers. Goes up strong, the finish, and one.
Of the pass by De Los Santos. So right here, karoon ng tapikan. Ito si Agustin. Santos recovers. Just a little step through. Ginamit yung kanyang haba.
Dennis Santos. 21 points. And also the lead, 21, 72-51. Nagkaka-iskisan to si Tampos sa si Tabi.
Good pressure on the ball by Tampos to force the turnover eventually for Pasay.
Daryl Manliguez against Cyrus Tabi. Good matchup. Manliguez puts up a free. Gets the bounce. Not really a strong part of his game, but making it count. 18 points the lead. Inside Soriano. Labas, papunta kay Cyrus Tabi. Nakuha ni Manliguez yung bola para dito sa Cebu. Manliguez. Salenga switching on to him. Adlawan dives. Draws contact. Free throws para dito kay Adlawan.
The signs of life, no? Para sa Cebu. Score, stop, and this one, another chance to score. Ito yung three-pointer ni Manliguez as the defense went under the screen.
Adlawan though could not make the first free throw. 2:19 left in the third. Supply din yung pangalawa. 18 puntos pa rin ang lamang. Toby Agustin on the left side using that Soriano screen. Jopet Soriano nag-strolling in the park doon. Alam, malapit pala Luneta dito. Soriano scoring inside.
Malapit naman talaga.
Malapit naman.
Wala pa yatang 3 kilometro.
De Los Santos sa loob. Nahihirapan sa depensa ni Agustin. Fades away. Tapikan ng bola. Adlawan there for the stick back. 18 pa rin ang lamang ng Pasay. On pace to score 100 here. At Salenga, balik kay Soriano. Jasper. Manliguez trying to defend him. And able to poke it loose. Manliguez with the transition layup.
Down to 16.
72 seconds to go here in the third. So Pasay has managed to give up 25 points so far to Cebu in this quarter after only giving up 33 in the first half. Agustin though gets bumped out of position by Boom Boom Tampos. 56 seconds remaining.
Papasok si Brian Hilario. Somebody na who played very well in the first half. Pero medyo late yung bunot sa kanya itong quarter na to.
Ito kasi per minute, maaasahan mo talaga eh. Si Brian Hilario. As Agustin makes good on the first free throw. So far, Toby Agustin 6 points. Has earned a bit of playing time as of late.
Agustin?
Yes. I think he was the primary defender when they played Basilan. Si Kabagnot yung bantay niya doon. He's been getting some chances. Salenga getting some chances, firing from the outside. He knocks that one down.
Does a little Jalen Brunson-ish sellies right there after hitting the three.
Jameson Hero. They go inside. De Los Santos, Adlawan found about it. Pumihit, lumapit, nasupalpal ni Jopet Soriano. But Adlawan able to stick through it and score.
Not giving up on the play.
Ito na. Oh, Hilario! Now you see me, now you don't.
Ano tawag doon? Pasay step.
Pasay step galing kay Brian Hilario. And he is making a buffet out of this defense by Cebu. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
Ating unang tira, no? To start the quarter, that open shot by Dan Sara. And a big quarter by Manliguez, had a three-pointer, had that layup. Ito yung casual 4-on-2 fast break by Pasay. The behind the back by Victoria, a little showtime. Coronel, may kasamang foul yun. Hindi umabot yung kay Hilario. Pero, isa yun sa pinaka-highlight ng third quarter.
And we head into the fourth. Pasay comfortably ahead, 80-60 over Cebu. Check out our LGR Sportswear fan outfit of the game. Of course, LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Again, joining you today, Ken Pangilinan with Coach Christian Luanzon at courtside. We have Miss Gianna Lianes. Fourth quarter between Cebu and Pasay, and the Voyagers so far comfortably ahead. You see the quarter scoring pretty much dominant except the third. So Cebu outscored them by 3. But yung bench points na pinag-uusapan natin, 40-8. Nadagdagan pa yan ni Brian Hilario sa pabandang tira niya doon.
Si Hilario talaga sa kanya, simple-simple lang ang basketball. Libre, tira mo. Pag hindi ka libre, create ka para sa kasama mo. At nakita natin lahat ng yan sa kanya.
Playing just 10 minutes but managing to score 12 points. Samahan mo pa 4 assists. Foul called against Pasay. Free throws coming up for Mark Meneses. Played for Pangasinan last season.
Sa mga high flyers yan.
Yes. Ito mo naman yung numero niya laban sa Mindoro. 10 points, 16 rebounds. One of 3 guys producing a double-double. Both free throws made by Mark Meneses.
Agaw pa.
Nasundot. Meneses stretches. What back good. Good sequence there by Cebu to begin the quarter.
So getting that stick back with that quick second jump. Advantage ngayon. May bumagsak, no, para sa Cebu.
Na-wipe out sa screen doon si Hero. Hilario. Binasic yung mid-range jumper. 14 points. Hero sa loob. Scoops it up and in. 88-66. Bumagsak na naman si Hero. Sa Lenga. Sablay yung tira. Galing sa labas. Cyrus Tabi able to save it. Jopet Soriano goes and stretches for the layup.
Of that outlet turnover by, I believe, was Adlawan.
Jameson Hero with Ken Holmvis, Donald Adlawan, Mark Meneses, and Bryle Meca, who can't hit a free. Approaching the 8-minute mark of the fourth. Cyrus Tabi naman with Jopet Soriano, Toby Agustin, Jasper Salenga and Brian Hilario. Foul called on Cebu. Hindi makapaniwala si Brian Meca on that last call.
I was even suggesting to the bench not to challenge, which I believe they still have. Pero halos hindi na siya pinansin dun.
Oh. 86-66, Agustin at the line. Good on the first. Toby Agustin with 7 points. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan a QR code and claim your special offer. 2 for 2 at the line for Toby Agustin. Marasigan, Rios coming in. All 15 players have gotten minutes here for Coach Marlon Martin. 88-66.
Look at Barcuma. Pressuring Hero like his life depended on it.
Parang pitbull eh.
Kala mo sila ang down eh. The way they're pressuring the basketball.
Marasigan was not able to save it for Pasay. Yan may trademark ng Joey Barcuma. College days pa lang. Ken Homevis gets it to Brian Meca. Meca drives. Switching hands mid-air. Can't convert. Salenga the rebound for Pasay. Barcuma. Naihatid. Hilario. Long rebound going to Joey Barcuma. Marasigan tries. Left it short. Hero gets it for Cebu. Approaching the 7-minute mark of the fourth. Jameson Hero against Barcuma, putting the moves on. Hero off the mark. Brian Meca trying to save it. Cut by Meneses. Wala. Martinez for the stick back.
An offensive rebound by Meca that led to a basket inside eventually.
Action here for Pasay. Rios. Another free for the Voyagers. That's their 11th three-point conversion.
Just continuing to execute itong Pasay. You know, they could have all the reasons para maging sloppy sa larong ito. Maybe take a few bad shots. Pero lilitaw at lilitaw kung ano yung kultura ng team mo. Lalong-lalo na pag malaki ang kalamangan mo. Wherein ang tendency ng usual na manlalaro is mag-relax. Sila, ang tendency nila is to continue to execute.
And what you love about this one is, the number of assists. Almost all of their field goal makes coming off the passes.
Grabe yan. Kasi first half pa lang 22 assists na sila eh. So ano na yung numero ngayon at this point?
37. Oh, here we go. Jordan Rios, the layup. After what happened on the other side, itong Pasay restoring order, it's up to 25 again. Under 6 minutes remaining. Ito na naman yung dalawa. Pasiklaban. Jameson Hero rolls out. Tapigan ng bola. Meneses wins it out. But Rio standing his ground, getting the steal. Barcuma. Forward pass. Lasco. Loves that spot.
Look at that rebound.
Tumuod lang eh. Rios. Floater, no. Ball ends up with Homes. Cebu. Down big. 93-68 Homes. Walang pag-aalingangan sa pagpukol ng tres. Pasok yan.
Napakita niya na may range din siya, no, from the outside. In the first half, trying to display that he also has the skill of a guard, no, with his dribbling skills.
93-71. Oh. Naakit. Kumagat sa peke. Nakapasok ng tira si Brian Villario.
Pong Hawkins, is that you?
Past the halfway point. Homes susubok muli. Long rebound ends up with him. Pass inside. Meneses. Wala. Braille Meca. Nagsalpukan sila sa ere ni Jordan Rios. Free throws coming up for the guy who just recently celebrated his birthday, Braille Meca, yesterday. Fernandez comes in. Braille Meca, homegrown from Danau City. Played for Arellano with guys like Gio Lalon, Kent Salado. Good on the first free throw. 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. Sablay yung pangalawa ni Braille Meca.
Did he also suit up for Bataan?
No, he suited up for Rizal.
Rizal.
I think it's season 5.
Barcuma gusto agawan si Hawkmiss. Offensive ball tuloy.
Nakaisa si Joey
And
Barcuma.
the best play of the game behind the back pass of Victoria and the Pasay step of Hilario.
4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Pasay with a 23-point lead. Warren Bonifacio really set the tone for Pasay and produced a lot of points. Actually, 10 of his 15 points in the first quarter and never looked back. That really was the one that really ignited nitong paglayo nitong Pasay Voyagers.
I'm not really impressed. I mean, 15 points lang yun. Alam mo bakit? 16 si Hilario eh. Yeah, I mean, hindi to baka isipin ng mga manonood natin na si Hilario ang sineset up natin bilang best player. Hindi yan yun Kasi 16 points si Hilario, yun lang ang sinasabi ko.
May punto naman, coach.
Yun lang ang sinasabi ko. Meron pang 4 na assists.
Oh, di ba?
Off the bench. 8 of 10. 80%. Compared to 5 of 7 lamang. Si Bonifacio. 71% lang yun, Ken. Ano ka ba? Ano ba? Direct, ano ba mga pinapakita natin? Ang bababa.
Mamaya daw. Direk, alam mo na. And you saw Barcuma bury free earlier.
Si Bonifacio, tinitignan ko yung box score. Walang steal. Si Hilario, may isang steal.
Sige nga, tignan ko nga. Maganda simula ni Warren Ito, 15, 2 rebounds. Ito, tingnan natin si ano.
It's not how you start, Ken. It's how you finish.
Pwede. Hilario. 16 points in 15 minutes. Wala na siya sa loob, no? Wala na. Solve na siya. Fernandez sa loob. Gets the layup.
Mukhang okay na yung tapilok niya.
And Pasay breaking the century mark, 172.
No surprise.
At itong Cebu, no? Undermanned. But Barcuma, again, the steal. Dami ng steal nitong Pasay. And most of the turnovers leading to those points for the Voyagers.
It's a massive number. Tulad nung binanggit mo, 17 steals sa larong ito.
Layup by Dolan Aldawan. And Pasay looks like they're getting a win here after back-to-back losses. Oh, Adlawan could certainly dunk. He'll try for that, and he does! Slam jam for Dolan Adlawan.
I take it back. Wala na sa top 3. Yung offensive foul that Barcuma forced on Oakfish, pasok na sa top 3 yon, yung dakdak na yun. Maybe the number 1 play sa gabing ito.
Sa gabing ito. Rios
something to celebrate on the part of Cebu.
O, meron pang may utang sa'yo, coach. Huwag nating kalimutan.
Ano yun? Ano yun? Paalala mo?
Yung upward chat nga kanina
Yes! Oo!
Oh,
Oo!
hindi tayo uwing bigo.
Oo, grabe yun.
Dead man lang yung ano natin, FT natin eh.
500 yun eh. Iba naman yan.
Last 2 minutes of the game, Pasay, they'll book win number 8 and they'll improve to 5-1 at home. And again, ultimately, they'll be judged by what they do in the playoffs. Jordan Rios with a 3. Pang 13 tres na yan para dito sa Pasay.
Playoffs kagad? Wala pa tayong kalahati ng season, Ken. Sige. Antayin muna natin yung trade deadline.
Oh, sige.
Oo,
Pwede
kasi
pa.
baka pa magbago yung mukha ng mga team eh. Pero sangayon ako sa'yo, playoff team itong Pasay. Consistent sila eh.
Oo.
Diba? I think simula season 3, I believe. Dire-diretso. Can you check?
Yeah, season 3.
Simula season 3.
Actually, when you think about it, season 3 nga, binanggit mo, coach, they made it to the quarterfinals, just lost to San Juan as the 8th seed. Hindi sila nag-participate. Season 4, pagbalik ng season 5, number 7, talo sa Nueva Ecija.
Right.
Next season, ganun din. Sa Nueva Ecija rin natalo. And, well, except, they actually tama. Season 5, Nueva Ecija. Season 6, those two teams, Nueva Ecija and San Juan, eventually made it all the way at least in the North Division semifinals.
So, ang tagal na rito, no, ni Coach Marlon Martin. Since 2019.
Yes.
Yun yung season 3. And one of the, you could say, one of the few coaches, really. He's probably the longest tenure coaches with the same team ngayon.
Yeah,
Right?
probably. Top of
Because
my head.
Season 2, andyan na ang Pampanga eh. And they had a different coaching staff. The other teams, I'm trying to think again. at
Parang
the
siya
top
na
of
nga
my-
eh.
Yeah,
Baka siya na.
yeah.
I think you're right, coach. And that does it for this game today. 5-1 na po ang Pasay after this win. And you saw those home games. Mga matitibay din, mga nakalaban nila at tinalo nila. They just had that one loss against San Juan. And it came down to...
Sino kaya ang best player?
Ay, coach. Ayan. Siya ba?
Ang hirap hulaan.
Siya ba? Of course, you know, a lot of heroes para dito sa Pasay. Best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Defend mo to, coach.
Si Hilario? What? Who only top scored in this game na 1 point mas mataas kay Bonifacio? Kidding aside, you know, he was just ready to play. You know, I think the most impressive part to his game, now yes, mas mahina ang kalaban nila obviously against Pangasinan, no? But he only played less than a minute in the last game. So he had all the reasons to make, in Chinese, tampo. But hindi ganun yung naging ugali niya. Instead of sulking, he was ready for this game and he performed.
And as a result, Pasay winning this one 107-80 over Cebu. Let's go to Gianna.
Congratulations to our best player of the game, Brian Hilario of the Pasay Voyagers. I actually want to add to what you said, Coach Christian. The past few games of Brian, he had very limited minutes. Pero kakaiba ang laro mo ngayon. Ano yung nakapag-push sa'yo na talagang susulitin mo ang bawat minutong binigay ni Coach Marlon sa'yo?
Kasi yung last 2 games namin is, talo nga. And na-injury pa sa amin si Sangko. So sabi ni Coach Marlon, ever since naman na nahawakan niya ako since college na laging step up, pag absent yung player, step up ka, laging always ready. Tsaka na prepare lagi para pag nabigyan ka ng pagkakataon maglaro, makapaglaro ka ng maayos at kumpiyansa.
Brian, may mga fans ka nga dito sa Cuneta Astrodome dahil ikaw ay isang homegrown player ng Pasay Voyagers. Gaano ka-espesyal para sa'yo na nakuha mo ang iyong first best player of the game honors of the season dito pa sa inyong home court?
Syempre masaya since na taga dito talaga ako. Very happy ako na nakuha ko to pero bonus na lang to eh. So ayun, ang goal namin is every game manalo. Pero yung best player, bonus na to. Tsaka nakakatawa kasi nasa home court ako.
I'm sure maraming sumusuporta, hindi lang sa'yo pero sa buong Pasay Voyagers. Sino ang gusto mong pasalamatan?
Ayun, binabati ko si Sir Egay and Mayor Emmy Calixto Rubiano, Expedia Management Investment, My Pet Space Pet Hotel, JVA Security Investigation Agency, NCR Dental Clinic, Second Floor Bar Lounge, Capital Restaurant, MedPark Sports Center, Tela Athletics at yung pamilya ko sa Malibay, yung mga kamag-anak ko, mama at papa ko, yung kapatid ko, yung mga pinsan ko, lola at lola, yung mga tita-tita ko. Yung girlfriend ko, si Erica Godet, pati yung family niya, pati yung PMS community, PMS family, yung basketball team. Si Boss Big Boy na laging sumusuporta sa amin. Si JBBI, si Bot Idol, si Papa Julio at The Port. Ayun lang.
Thank you very much and congratulations sa our best player of the game, Brian Hilario. Mukhang nawalan nga tayo ng ilaw, so it's time to close this off. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you, Ken and Christian.
Maliwanag ang buhay, but congratulations, Brian Hilario, for that performance. Tomorrow, we will be at the Caloocan Sports Complex. Our first game at 4 p.m. Paranaque Patriots versus Abra Weavers, followed by Pampanga Giant Lanterns. They will square off against the Zamboanga Sikat. And in our main game, Caloocan Batang Kangkalu will try to defend their home court against the Imos Brotherhood. And that does it for coverage for today. On behalf of Coach Christian Luanzon and Miss Gianna Lianes and for our entire crew, ako po si Ken Pangilinan. Maraming salamat sa pagtutok sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.